5 minutes and go. Carol make the motion to adjust the.
I'll second.
Any other questions or discussion? All in favor of approving the agenda as amended?
Aye.
And opposed, say nay. All ayes, motion carries. Open opportunity to address the council. Hi. Hello.
We're just here to
Here's
see
the-
what happens. I mean,
You
just,
brought your popcorn from the other night.
yeah, I should have. No,
Okay, nothing to say right now?
nope, should have observed, just
Just
curious.
came to observe.
Used to be on council,
curious.
Pocahontas, so I haven't been one for a long time.
Excellent.
I'm just following him. Well, we're happy to entertain you on a Tuesday. So, okay, no opportunity, no public for comment. Let's go to item number 6, which is to approve the minutes, and I know you just got the 12-5 additions, so. And some of you still have to find it on the table, because it's another addition. We have plenty of additions today, but I want to skim through that.
I'm asking you, Scott, to see, did you ever let that guy know on that codification, the one from Des Moines or wherever he's from? That
No, I did call Spencer, I spoke, or left,
Well, I
but
just-
no, I haven't called or left a message down
to the
there.
other guy? Okay. And do we need a resolution on that codification for him? Or, I mean, I think he had sent something, but do we need that?
He sent the paperwork with it.
Yes, but we didn't, I don't think, do a resolution. We just approved him.
I think, right?
So, yeah, I'm just asking because I seen it on here. I didn't know if we did have to do a resolution for it or not, or if we can do it, because I think you were gonna start sending him stuff, weren't you, Brenda?
Well, he has the original version, he just needs to know when all the
Were any of
things
us
have been
here
done
for the
since
last time we did
2016.
this?
I think we were.
You were?
Well, when we did the 12-5.
No, I mean, yeah.
2016.
Oh, when we done the codification?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, none of us were here.
Oh.
None of
Because
you
it was
were?
in 16, I think you
Yep.
said, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Steve and I didn't start till 18.
Okay.
And I don't think, Jay, you were on at that time, or were you?
no.
Okay,
And I really don't remember it.
so I didn't know if
Ask
we
you
did.
to remember back that way.
I didn't know if we did have to do a resolution or not. And I don't know if that's something we have to check into or not. Or is a motion good enough?
At this point, I think it is, he's
Okay.
planning, he wants to come meet with us anyway at our next meeting,
Oh,
probably.
okay, that's
so
right. He
That
was
was
gonna
gonna
talk to
mention
us,
later,
wasn't
but we'll,
Okay.
Okay?
yeah, he'll be coming to tell us all he can, the things he can do.
I'll make a motion to approve the previous minutes.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Steve, second by Carol to approve both minutes from 12-5 and 12-19. Any other things someone found? Let's-
I got another question. I can bring that up here before we complete.
Okay.
The Paullina ambulance on 19. We never made a motion because Lori brought that all in, all that information was on that Wyatt Rassel, that's always ready with the fire department. But don't we always make a motion to approve them, or will that cause a problem?
Is he on here now? He's on number 13.
Oh, are we down there?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yep.
Yeah.
See
We're not
how
that-
well I
we're not
read your
that far
agenda.
yet.
No,
Yeah,
we're in the
jumping
minutes.
ahead.
We're still approving the minutes.
Yeah, okay, so then I'm okay.
Yeah.
I forgot that he was on there.
Yep.
Okay, good.
Okay, any other questions to clarify? Otherwise, we'll call for a vote. All in favor of approving the minutes as read and stated from 12-5 and 12-19, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, say nay. All ayes. Minutes are approved. Okay, number 7, approve payment of claims. That's what we have here, Michelle. In pink. Let's see.
Yes.
You guys feel you're all caught up?
Yeah, we're sitting in pretty good shape right now.
Good. Good to hear.
Nice job, Michelle.
Yes,
Michelle.
good going.
Any questions that they might be able to answer for you, or Kelly, one of the 2 of them, or 3 of them?
Was Missouri River, was that high, that 89,000, or was it past bills in there? Is that just a month, or what is it?
It's 3 months. I found some old bills.
Okay, that were on the automatics? Okay, that
So
makes
they are
sense.
ACH got the
Never
bank.
paid.
Okay, good, I'm glad you found it. I'll make a motion to approve the claims.
Second.
Ms. Lexi? Yeah. Have a motion by Carol and a second by Lexi to approve the claims as in front of you here tonight. Do we have any other questions regarding those?
How did the trucks come out? Out of which fund? All three of them?
Like the one truck was electric, the other truck was sewer and water, I believe.
Okay.
I guess I'm not 100% sure, but
Yeah, you're correct.
All right.
Didn't go with Scott and Michelle's names.
I get to drive them home then, so.
Oh, okay. Okay. You might have to fight Kelly, huh?
These kind of nice.
Well, there are two.
Yep, that's true.
All right, any other questions on that? Motion and a second, we'll call for a vote. All in favor of payment of claims, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, say nay. All ayes, motion carried, payments allowed, approved. Okay, 8 and 9 are essentially the liquor license and beer permits there. We'll do them separately just for the sake of clarification. Class C beer permit for Dollar General and a first of all.
No problems that
Nope.
you've heard of?
No, we should be good.
I'll make the motion to approve Dollar General liquor or beer.
Lexi's
no second.
motion, Jay, second. To approve the Class C beer permit for Dollar General store, 191. Do we have any other discussion or questions? That's all in favor of approving it, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, say nay. All ayes. Motion carried. Enter that in. And the next one is to approve the liquor license for the Legion, Russell West Post number 95.
No problems there either, Scott?
No, no.
I'll make the motion to approve the Class C liquor license for Russell West Post number 95 of the American Legion.
I'll second it.
Second by Lexi. First, motion by Jean, second by Lexi to approve their liquor license. Any questions regarding that? Hearing none, we'll call for a vote. All in favor of approving the liquor license for Russell West Post number 95, the American Legion of Iowa, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, say nay. Motion carried, all ayes. Next is the AFR and financial report, which is in your packet, your first packet. Take the packet.
Yeah, it should be in there. Something. See it? Should be in there. Yep. Excellent.
Find it?
Yep.
And we need to add on this.
And then after we approve this, it's all gets sent in, right?
It will be.
And then published.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And Carol helped you with it, so you feel everything's
Right.
good on the up and up? I'll make a motion to approve it.
Motion.
I'll second.
And second to accept the AFR and financial report for fiscal year 2022. Any other discussion or questions regarding that?
Can I ask a question about the AFR?
More about it?
On the line, under revenues and other financing sources, it says charges for fees and service. Proprietary, $1.5 million. Do you know what that's from?
Under revenues.
It's in that second column.
Which one was it?
$1.5 proprietary go down to the second entry there. And then we'll
Charges
wait
for
for
fees
that.
and services.
Would that be like utilities?
That's what I'm guessing.
It's awful high.
We will find out.
I have no idea.
I do not know either.
Their response to you.
I was thinking it might have been ARPA, but not this one.
I believe so,
Yeah. I was thinking it was ARPA, and then I thought maybe that didn't fit with, that would be intergovernmental. So that's why I asked. I didn't. Then I thought maybe utilities, but
No clue.
Well, we'll get the answer from Carol, who compile that and see if she can elaborate for you. Any other questions regarding that, or I have a motion and a second right now to accept it?
Can we accept it if we don't know what that is, or?
Well, I guess I'm confident with her that she knows, because she does her own. So, that's about what it is.
We don't
I mean,
know.
I don't know what a lot of it is
It's
on
a
there.
very
Yeah.
condensed report for our youth.
Right, this is, I just feel
Oh,
that,
it's about 3 feet over my head.
amen. Well, and she, I know you have to talk to a guy in Des Moines after you send it in, too,
Right.
Ted, so you can maybe just check with him even.
And she had helped, Augur was helping her with it too, so.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Justin did this one, so, and I'll be here next week too, so.
Right.
If you would like to table it, you can wait until,
And then he can't push it, but then he can't send it.
then you can't send
It's
it right
late.
until 16, so.
Right. and
It's supposed to go in.
Yeah,
If nothing changes, how about you approve it as if something changes, obviously she will have to.
if something changes, it'll come back.
Yeah.
I'm sure it will, and then we'll have to reapprove it.
Right,
Right.
right.
okay.
I think we should do it that way. Make the motion to approve. And if there's problems, we'll get it back.
So you stand by your motion to accept in your second?
Yep.
Second, all right, so then all in favor of accepting the AFR as presented tonight, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, say nay. All ayes. Move it back to on payroll. Okay, resolution to update call rates for the Queen Anne's on item number 11. And that is included in your packet.
And that's what you discussed last week, or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
What does BLS emergency transfer mean?
Hold on, let me get to where
Okay.
It's in that way.
Basic life support.
Yeah.
Basic life support.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I mean, what's the deal?
Oh, okay.
The only time that changes when we tier with the pregnant ailment.
Okay, we did.
So if we would tier with
Yes.
Granville, Orange City, or Cherokee, they would have their own charge
Okay.
as an ALS assist.
And she explained it all at that time. If nobody was there to take them, then we fill them.
Yep.
So, I'll make a motion to approve the call rates for the Paullina ambulance. Motion for updating the ambulance rates. Do I have to say them all?
You can all read.
I think so.
Okay.
I'll second.
Okay, so motion by Carol, second by Lexi. Roll call vote for that.
This could be number 01 then, huh?
First one. Okay, Steve,
Aye.
Carol,
Aye.
Jay, Lexi,
Aye.
and Jean.
Aye.
All votes, all right. Motion approved. Passed and approved this third day of January 2023. The next one is another part of the ambulance request to resolution on incentive pay for weekday on-call hours. They're requesting $1 per day and $1.50.
Was this the thing that Amber was talking about, like they got that grant money, or that's,
Yes.
this is what this is about, right?
They got started with another grant through the supervisors.
And that's when they had to open a different account, and did we get that done?
Well, that was mostly for that 54,000.
Okay.
But this will also be used, this new money, for the day, because we as a council are already covering their weekends.
Correct.
So this is just for daytime, and to give the ambulance people that work on it the incentive to stay.
$1 per day.
$1 per hour. Well, I know, when she
This
got.
is
that
$1 per
seems-
day.
It does, but I thought it was per hour, but maybe it is just that. That seems awful.
It's
I would say-
$1 an hour on days and $1.50
Oh,
on
okay,
nights.
so that would make more sense.
Okay.
It's per hour.
Because we were all talking about they had to set up a different account and all that, so just making sure we got
That was more for the savings.
Okay.
That's what we were doing with that. And this, we're gonna have to kind of see where we put this. Whether we put it with our on-call dollars on the budget, because we didn't budget for this.
Right.
And so,
We're just gonna start getting everybody's budgets here.
right, and that's gotta be done. But
Right.
if they wanna go back to July 1st, then we still gotta figure out where we're at with it. And I said something to Scott to call Carol, because all the areas around here are getting the same money. So to see where we're gonna actually put it on the line items.
Question.
What?
So is this money going to the ambulance or the city?
No, the money will come from to us, but we will pay them.
Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah, no.
And we haven't gotten it yet either.
If it's coming to the ambulance, then it shouldn't be going,
Well, and that would make it easier for us.
Yeah.
If they would take that themselves and take care of their own daytime hours.
yeah.
But I don't know what the other towns are doing.
Because he said we can basically do it however we wanted to do it.
Okay,
I just think it'd be easier for tracking,
if they did the
Yeah.
daytimes and we just stay with ours.
especially if it's separate money,
It is.
so.
Maybe you guys, whoever's on that committee needs us to adjust that too.
We just need to talk to how they're gonna do it, yeah, talk to
Right.
Lori and Amber and some of them. To see how it should be handled.
Can I ask a question about that?
What?
Is that, are you guys talking about the $20,000 from the county? Okay, is it, Paullina didn't do a grant for this fiscal year, so are they back awarding Paullina and this is going back to July 1 of
She
this
said they
year, or
applied
is
for
this
it in April, is what Lori told me.
For which fiscal?
Starting this fiscal year, this past
The
fiscal
one
year.
we're in,
That's the way I'm understanding it.
but they're gonna back fund it at the county level? And I'm just trying to understand.
Well, so was I, because we didn't know about it until the other night. Well, I think they brought it up one other time.
Our last meeting in December.
Yes, because, that's when they were talking about it. And we didn't know about it here. So, as far as I know, the way I understood from Lori, that it was starting July 1st, that they could ask for this dollars.
22 or of 23?
22, because they were gonna go back, the way I understood now, from July. So that's where I feel we need to get this kind of straightened out. What we're
Can we
doing.
even,
That's what I'm wondering.
can we even do this resolution without us even knowing? Or getting,
Maybe we should table it, you think?
I think we need to take it till we all understand and get it clarified.
And then put in a starting time date too.
Yes, so that we know for sure.
Right.
Because I think,
I will make the motion that we table resolution for the ambulance for the
weekday pay.
day pay and night pay.
Okay.
I'll second.
All right, Lexi has introduced the motion and Jean has seconded to table the incentive pay discussion resolution. approval until future meetings, we can get a few more details worked out, which makes sense. Anybody have other questions regarding that?
And then we can, we can invite Lori to
Yeah.
the meeting and have her explain it.
Either that or Gene and I can go to one of their meetings too. Because we're on that committee, I
Here
think.
to explain this
I
part.
think we are.
Yeah, so either way, doesn't make any difference. She can come in or we can go.
Okay. All right, then we'll call for a vote on tabling the resolution listed on number item 12. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, say nay. All ayes. Resolution tabled. And that's meeting or later if need be, depending on Lori. Resolution to approve Wyatt Russell to the ambulance again, as we discussed with Lawrence here previously. We now have it on the agenda. He was added to the fire department.
And you guys have had any?
Yes, he's on the fire department. One of the main reasons we brought him on is for day call coverage, just because we're so short on the day call,
Working out.
so yeah, he's good, so.
Yep, and I hear he's an EMT also, so that'll be perfect for them. I'll make the motion of the resolution to approve Wyatt Russell to the Paullina ambulance team.
1 second.
Motion by Carol and a second by Lexi. And we'll call any other discussion or questions on Mr. Russell? Hearing none, we'll call for that roll call vote.
Steve,
Aye.
Carol,
Aye.
Jay, Lexi,
Aye.
and Jean.
Aye.
All ayes. Yes, approved. Mr. Russell is in. Okay, item 14. Resolution for the new fund to be added to the budget for the ambulance
Is
fund.
this the one that we,
That's what we were
need?
just talking about.
Okay, so do we need to table this one too, or no?
No, this is to actually
This
do
is
that.
to add, okay.
Yep, we're just adding a line item to the Paullina ambulance.
Yeah, it's fairly
And
new.
that's a
fund,
revenue
so
line
line
item. So,
And this will be where the funds
Come in.
come in from the county
yes,
to pay the,
equipment or whatever is needed, or as is needed. So. And I'm not saying it can't be used for something other than equipment, but I just remember seeing it in the paper that when they showed it to Paullina, it said equipment by it. So I think though it's kind of up to the ambulance and the city how to use it. That 54,000.
I'll make a motion to approve, or a resolution to approve a new line item on the Paullina budget for the Paullina ambulance.
Yeah.
I'll second.
Okay. Motion by Jean, and a second by Lexi. The resolution approving the line item on Paullina budget for the ambulance. Any other questions or discussion on that? And then we'll call for a roll call vote.
Steve Aaron,
aye.
Carol,
Aye.
Jay, Lexi,
Aye.
and Jean.
Aye.
All ayes, passed and approved as scheduled, January 2023. The next one is a similar line item request, also for the resolution to approve the line item for the library. Do you have any more to elaborate on that from the board there?
I'll make a motion to approve the new line item for the Paullina budget for the Paullina library. So they will come into, all their dollars will come into the city.
They don't want to do it anymore.
No, they do. Oh, they just never did before.
Okay.
They kept some of their own
Mhm.
separate. So I'll make that resolution for that.
I'll second.
All right. Jean's introduced the resolution, Carol has introduced the resolution, and Jean has seconded it. Do we have any other questions about it or
So that we'll come into,
And we pay their bills.
But,
And we'll.
yes, and we will now pay their bills. We won't send the dollars to them. We pay now just their salaries.
Okay.
We have it budgeted, we just, they took care of it. They paid their own bills.
and so then the revenue will come in and it'll be an expense going out of our budget or our revenue and expense.
Right, instead of being a separate set of books like it has been, it will now be where the state prefers it to be is inside our.
The auditor has asked for it, I guess, for the last few years.
Okay.
So we will.
A quick question on that, does that count their donations too, or the donations are controlled by them, or donations come to?
As far as we're talking, the donations, everything will come in.
Oh,
But
okay.
it will be, that's what we're setting up, this separate account. So it will not go into a general fund, it will stay there until they use it.
Oh, okay.
Donations and
So
whatever.
donations will just go into the library funds and.
Right,
They've
right,
got a separate spot that way.
yep.
So it
it's
doesn't
complete-
each, like Paullina ambulance, fire, all have their own.
Yes, but some of that wasn't set up quite like that, so. That's why we're,
Question on that, I'm sorry. At the end of the year, in other governments, I've seen them at the end of the year when the budget is ended, if there's a surplus, then they'll zero out. say,
that's not what we're gonna do though.
Okay, and that's
That's
what
why
I
they
was,
never wanted to put it in.
right.
We are gonna keep that for whoever has those funds. Well,
And I just hear Quinn told me that when she has that, she just puts it into that
certain,
department's
Right.
capital improvements or
right,
something.
and that's what she's setting up with. Yep, that's what she's doing, with both the ambulance and the library.
So that way it's official that everything is tracked easily and directly and transparently through to their respective funds. No commingling. Okay, well, we had Carol introduce that, and Jean seconded. Are we ready to call for a roll call vote? Okay.
Steve,
Aye.
Carol,
Yes?
Jay,
Aye.
Lexi,
Aye.
Jean.
Aye.
Okay, all ayes, passed. That resolution to approve a new line item in the budget for the library is passed and approved on the 3rd day of January. 2023. Okay, resolution to set library director compensation, item 16, also in your packet there. And this was also what, Carol, you introduced or brought to us on behalf of the library board, is that correct?
Right, this is for who they're looking at to hire.
And they only want 29 hours? I thought they said a little.
Well, we decided to go back on it.
Okay.
This way, we don't have to do the insurance yet at this point, and they're gonna give that person 6 months, whoever they hire.
Mm-hmm.
And if everything's going well, because they do want to add more hours, she said. So right now, they're like at 23 hours, so she said she felt that they would talk to the board and that would be okay to start them at 29 hours a week.
Okay.
And then wait till July, and then if they feel it's going well, that they will add it to their budget.
Okay.
So that they'll add that insurance and stuff. And maybe they'll add it regardless, just in case.
Just to be on the safe side?
Right.
Okay.
But that's, so they kind of stepped it back a little bit
Okay.
instead of going down whole 30
Okay.
hours plus. So.
Do you know, do they have somebody in mind yet?
They've got 3 people, I guess.
Okay.
That they are looking at. So, and that's why they wanted us to approve this so that they know they could go ahead.
This will start on the new fiscal year, or
No, this will start in January.
In January.
They're hoping to offer the job.
So do they have? I mean,
They have the funds.
Do they have the funds? Do they have on
Well-
in their budget to cover? Is what
I don't
I'm
know
asking.
if it's quite in the budget they gave us, but I feel that won't be a problem because I'm sure they would say they would make sure. Or we can, I suppose, could amend depending on what we're looking at. I mean, Dorothy's gonna stay a little while with them. But,
No, I just wondered if amount of pay was in their discussion, and they knew that they were capable of
Yeah,
doing that with
I
their
think
budget,
they'd be fine.
the current budget now.
Right, and that's why they dropped it back, so the insurance was gonna wait,
Yeah.
so. And they wanted to make it attractive, so they did up the dollars a little bit,
Mhm.
so. Anyhow.
Okay. I want to introduce that resolution and table it. You know, they are looking to make their offer soon, that's why we're.
I'll make the motion for the resolution to pay the new library director $18 an hour and work 29 hours a week to whoever they're gonna offer the job to, if they accept it.
Jay, resolutions introduced by Carol and supported by Jay. And then we have further discussions on paying the library director $18 per hour on a 29-hour work week. Hearing none, we'll call for a roll call vote on that.
Steve,
Aye.
Carol,
Aye.
Jay, Lexi,
Aye.
Jean.
Aye.
All ayes. Resolution passed and approved on Thursday, January 2023. Okay, number 17 has been removed at this time. They're still working on details for that. They'll get back to us. Number 18 is to approve the city depositories loans for 2023.
What is this?
That's something to do every year.
Yeah.
Declare your banks and then once it's.
Like our limit that we can take? That we put in, okay.
And also the existing ones from before, no one had made any requests for it to change.
I move that we approve the city depositories and limits for 2023.
Okay, as stated there. Jay's made a motion, anyone provide support?
I'll second.
Jean, second. It's been moved by Jay and seconded by Jean to approve the city depository limits for 2023 to as follows: the Iowa State Bank for $2 million, Security State Bank for $5 million, and Permanent Savings Bank for $2 million. Does anyone have any other questions or clarification on that? And what's for 2023 as stated here, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, say nay. All ayes. Approved. Okay, number 19, appoint official newspaper for 2023. We have had 2 requests for that, which I think you have in front of you. And County Bell-Times-Courier and the Northwest Iowa Review. So we were suggested to offer it to both papers and appoint both papers to allow for sharing that legal responsibility as needed per
And we can do that,
deadlines.
in the 2 papers. Okay?
So any questions about that? Okay.
Yeah.
You need a motion on this, Brenda?
Yes, please.
I will make a motion to approve the Paullina, whatever, the Bryan County Bell-Times-Courier and the Northwest Iowa Review, the official newspapers, for the city of Paullina for the year 2023.
Thanks, Jim.
I'll second.
Jay. Official newspapers, as full papers as new and Northwest Iowa Review and the County Bell-Times-Courier.
So what, what's the advantage here to have two? And two,
Several cities do that. Apparently, Sheldon, for example, I think has 3. She'll have 5, but given the full foundation.
I'm sorry, Brenda, I can't understand what you're saying.
Sheldon, I believe, has 3 papers, okay? As city
Well, they
paper.
wouldn't publish in all 3, it would shock me if they would.
I don't know, but they got 3 papers. I see
They got way more than 3.
No, they just have 3. I just see them appointed.
It's not uncommon.
Oh, I'm sorry. The city of Sheldon has
3 papers. It's the city journal?
Okay. I did not know that. Thank you for.
No, I didn't either. I was surprised when, that I read it, and I asked Brenda, I said, why do they have 3 papers? And she said, well, we just got a second one. I said, oh, okay. So,
Unless you only have a 3rd. I don't let me that.
no.
It's 7 of the state.
Yep.
It's-
State government, or state rights.
we have to, so actually, if we had 2, we would have, it would cost us to put,
Go down.
so we pay to have the minutes put into the,
Right.
They don't go into both papers.
huh?
They don't go into both papers.
They would not go into both papers?
We're
You have the option.
we're putting that they are the papers of choice.
So we pick which one?
Sorry, what, Jay?
On it.
I'm pretty sure we're setting the papers of choice for the publications.
Yeah, I suppose so.
So we just pick, like, so we
Yeah.
just pick which one we want each
Yeah,
time.
maybe if there's a difference.
If you name them both official, then you would have to pay both official publication rate.
So Sheldon puts them in 3 papers, they pay 3 times the rate.
I didn't think
Yes.
that's what they were doing.
Yes, Cherokee County does that.
They put them in all 3 papers. Or
And pay all
whatever they
3
have.
counties, all 3 papers, yeah, so does Clay County. Clay County has to have 3 though, so.
So
So
yeah,
just
we
gonna
would
be a
pay.
question, you're not splitting it in both papers, and since you've chosen those papers, the legals have to go in both, is that right?
I don't know. I didn't think so.
That's not what I was informed of.
So in other words, like the minutes for the 25th meeting, well, we'll send that to Sheldon.
No,
And
you
then the
can't do
minutes
that.
for the next meeting, we'll send that to me.
You can't do that, because the
I was
building
gonna
has
say
to know
that.
where to find it.
That's what I was
You're
trying to
telling them by
understand.
appointing 2. You're telling them that if they want to know what the legal news is, they have to follow 2 publications.
Okay, that's what I was trying to
That's what
understand.
they send Sheldon for the example. That's
No,
how
you
they're-
can't do that. You can't pick and choose. If you name both the official, pardon me?
Maybe you should check with Sheldon. I'm not in charge of Sheldon, but they are doing that. So I don't know.
Yeah, but we're talking about here, I mean,
I know, but it has to be the same.
It's gotta be the same.
You can't.
how do we know that for sure?
We can get it in print, I guess. That's how we.
I'm sorry?
We can get it in print, in writing,
Get what in writing?
whatever we're trying to say is what
Well,
they
the
are
state
saying.
code would probably
Yeah,
State code
say
say.
that you can pick 1 or 2. You can pick as many as you want. You just gotta pay all of them, and you have to publish every time in each official paper.
but how do we,
Can table this till we clarify
I
that.
think, yeah, we
I think we better clarify.
Yeah, we better
Yeah.
Or you
clarify.
guys could decide.
Yeah, so we know what we're
or
doing.
we could, or we could, yeah.
Right now, I have a motion on the table at this point for both, so I would need Jean to rescind.
I will rescind my motion.
Rescind her motion. And then if she or anyone wants to table that motion,
No, we need to.
then appreciate that.
Can I table that motion then?
Okay.
The next meeting is January 16th.
Right.
Okay, so
I know.
And let's get some
we
fun.
need a second by someone. I'll second. Let's give some second. Okay, thank you. And now we need, if anyone wants to have change ballot, there was that discussion, and we need to vote accordingly.
Okay.
So all in favor of tabling the discussion to the next meeting? Virginia and Lindsay second, say aye.
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 And opposed, say nay. All ayes. Motion tabled of item 19.
So then at the next meeting, we will appoint.
And find out. where
We'll
we're
get
at.
clarification in the meantime.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Item number 20 is to appoint legal counsel for the city of Paullina for 2023.
No, I did not.
I saw something. There was something.
Oh, it's on the back of that.
Yeah, yeah.
On the back of the what?
You should have.
All the rich.
This one? That's what we're looking at? Oh, where did you find that?
I saw it read it somewhere.
It's on the back. And then he's back.
Oh, back in committee.
Well, that's the only spot we have.
Okay.
Sorry about that. Here it is.
Right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No problem.
Yep. Well, yeah, let's table that
Karen, what do you go to the table at the decision?
On the,
On that, okay.
okay. I'll make a motion to table the legal counsel for 23. Oh, we're tabling it?
Yes, yeah, tabling it.
I'll second.
And motion, and that was Jean, for a second. Okay. Moved and seconded by, moved by Carol, seconded by Jean to table item 20, appointing legal counsel.
Okay.
So all, any discussion on that, or all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, say nay. All ayes, item tabled. All right, item 21, appoint fire department chief, which I think I already done before, but we can do it again officially in January. And that just requires an official motion.
I will make a motion to appoint Ryan Rapper as official fire chief for the Paullina Fire Department.
Now, let's see, yes. A motion by Bessie to appoint the fire department chief as Ryan Harper. Any other discussions, or questions, or compliments thrown his way? Thank you for your work. All in favor of Ryan as fire department chief, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, say nay. All ayes, and it's officially at the job. Still.
You can't resign now.
That's for this year. All right, the Paullina ambulance president, Lori has agreed to stay on as ambulance director. I guess that's term president here, I think it's ambulance director, is the official term.
Or, well, it's on their bylaws that it's the president.
Oh, it is, okay, the president. Oh, I see, let me put that, change that. What's it? Lori's through.
I'll make a motion to approve Lori as the ambulance director.
Okay, Carol motions, and there's support.
I'll second.
For a second, to appoint the Paullina ambulance president to be Lori through, we will continue on that role. Anyone have any questions or discussion regarding this item? Okay, then we'll call for a vote. All in favor of appointing Lori Struve as Paullina ambulance president, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, say nay. All ayes, motion carried. Okay, 23 is the Paullina airport manager.
Did you get a hold of him?
I did, forgot to find out, he was willing to take it on
Another year.
another year. He says he's running out of years. And so he could give us one more, at least, so we'll take it if you'll have him, he said, so. And I would like to make that motion to appoint Ryan Fish as the Paullina airport manager.
I'll make the motion.
Lexi, thank you. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Carol. Yeah, we've got a motion and a second. I'd like to see the second motion, I'd like to see second by Carol to appoint Brian Fish as the Paullina Airport Manager. Any other discussion, questions regarding that role? Time of it. Otherwise, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed say nay.
Nay.
Chair has voted nay. All ayes is Brian Fish is appointed. Okay, for item 25, appoint the treasurer. This is a continued, we are still using.
You just get 24.
I did? Oh, yes, I did, sorry. Appoint Paullina Clerk Administrator, which again, we did previously when he was hired, but we make it official again. Currently, to accept Scott Wise as the Paullina Clerk/Administrator as it's listed in the ordinance. You can call him whatever title you want. I think they'll answer, but
I'll make a motion to appoint Scott Wise as Paullina Clerk/Administrator. Is this for 2 years then?
it has been in the past. I haven't had confirmation on whether it needs to be.
Okay.
That was the question. No.
Isn't that what's in the ordinance? 2-year appointment?
Yes.
It has in the past, yep. I just don't know if it's required. Me too.
And I will second that
Okay.
motion.
All right, so Jean and Carol. Do you have any other questions or clarification? Otherwise, all in favor of appointing Scott Wise as Paullina Clerk/Administrator to a 2-year term, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, say nay.
Nay.
See? Nay. Motion carried. Roll continues. For the treasurer role, we have an interim and Carol Quinn, can say that, Quinn, who has been, from Premier, has been doing that for us and will continue to help us finalize our fiscal year details, and she's helping get us transitioned over to the new roles here in office. And she's willing to continue that as needed until she is ready to have a something. So for right now, I would like to continue to appoint her as an interim treasurer. And Carol should win. I did not have that on your list either today.
Do we have somebody in mind yet for like around here?
Or reaching out to
That makes Scott's talk to someone. So, but we feel we want to get this caught up, I think, first.
Yep.
she will be an excellent trainer for that.
Yeah, right.
The transition.
And she's a program.
She's a primary city clerk.
Yeah, she, the city clerk there.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought Carol.
It was not me.
No, I thought, isn't there another Carol that works for a program?
Carol Roars at the courthouse.
Yeah. that's not-
Barb.
No, Barb,
Oh, Barb,
sorry.
Barb, you're here.
All right.
No.
Okay.
Carol Friends.
Oh, Lord, that's- yeah.
Yeah, would be her.
Wrong one.
I'll make a motion to approve Carol Chacon as the temporary treasurer until we get something hired.
Okay. Carol has made the motion. Do I have support?
I'll second.
Does anyone else have questions regarding that motion? We asked whether we could possibly get next meeting or schedule a meeting with her too, or we'll meet her as well. Otherwise, we can call for a vote of approving the interim temporary Carol Chacon as treasurer. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. All ayes, motion carries. Okay, item 26, is everybody else? A lot of numbers here. Approve the Swanson Sports Complex budget, this is in your packet. This was presented to the school board, who already approved it as well. And it's going along with the next item, which is to accept Pete's resignation from handling that role.
Do we know who will be doing it?
He has 2 people in mind to actually fill that role. Kind of train them all, so I think it should be in good hands, but that will come separately.
Yep.
Next. So So we just got approval on the complex budget. I think it's the exact same as, I don't know how many years, but several, it's not. She's been pretty good with it. Or for maintaining the property, and it just has a lot bigger, different role now at the school, I think, and needs to divide and conquer.
I'll make the motion to approve the Swanson Complex annual budget.
Our first budget.
Quick as that.
All right, let's see, add Steve for a second.
I have a question
Yes?
on the water.
Yeah.
Swanson Sports Complex account pays 1,000 and then we cover the rest.
I think we've hassled that, but this is the way it is then, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we talked about it, we thought it was split, but it is not.
Okay.
I don't know how much, do you have any idea, Kelly, what they go through? No clue.
I think there's been times that we've asked them, like, to stop watering after salt because it's, you know, with
There's
the,
no reason, yeah.
Oh.
No, I think we have to.
That's up here too.
yeah.
Yeah, yes, true.
Okay.
We have asked them to stop doing that.
Yeah, we have. Something that
Yes, I'll say that there, his salary or the salary of the person, you know, person would be split in at that point that they have, and he's telling all the things he did, there's a couple more trees they want to fix out that didn't survive. And I think we have to answer any questions if anybody has any specifics on that property.
Oh, yeah. They, all the trees on the east side look okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
That trailer, we got burned.
That's
You guys did a good job on that diesel barrel too.
Motion from Lexi and second by Steve to approve the Swanson Sports Complex budget for next year. Do we have any other discussion or questions? Call for a vote on that. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
And opposed say nay. No nays, all ayes. Motion carries. So as I said, the second part of that is his resignation, which is that we're looking for something bigger. We couldn't find it, found it in the email, we thought there was an attachment. And then I read, well, please accept this email. So here it is. Like I said, he has two people in mind who have extensive experience in being part of the field and knowing what goes and what it takes to keep that field and keep that property nice. So they would definitely have. And I believe they will bring that forward in the school whenever we're ready to do that. But
I'll make the motion to accept his resignation.
okay, that was a motion by Lexi. A second.
I'll second.
Jerry seconded to accept the resignation of Keith Reckler from the Swanson Sports Complex role. Any other questions? Any discussion on this item? And then I'll call for a vote all in favor of accepting the resignation of Keith as Swanson Sports Complex caretaker. Say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, say nay. No nays, all ayes. Motion carries. Okay, 26, 27. Now we're to 28, which we've also discussed a few times, and you'll see this two-sided sheet that with the map spelled out for us here. And I'll walk us through that, Carol, if anybody needs.
Okay, I put both what's been going on for January of #22, and it shows the single amount, the family, and then how it's figured out. The single, of course, is free, so we cover that. But you take the family, you minus the single, you take it times 12 months, and you divide it out by 26 pay periods. And then you take that amount for the family and multiply it out, which is either, I put 3 different possibilities. There's a 15%, which we've had for the last couple of years, and also a 20 and a 25. I basically put that we should maybe raise it because, of course, it went up. And I know the single day discount, so the off as the single guys do. I I just didn't feel, and it would be per pay period, so if we go with 50, they'll pay 160 approximately a month, or 212. Or the next one's a 25. So DMs, they're starting the year, and this is the new insurance for starting in January. I think they probably would like to know when they set up everything in the payroll, so we can put it through what's going to be taken out.
So this is, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Do we do 15% right now?
We've been doing 50 the last 2 years that I know of.
Okay.
And if that's on the backside, and I think Kelly even said it was 68.26 per ton. And so that's what they paid in '22. And now we're looking at, I just feel we had a nice discount last year. I know that's not their fault, but we still have to pay the amount. I just feel $212 is not a high amount for a family rate, or per month. You know, because you're looking at 2 to 3 to 4 or 5 people if you're insuring now. When you do a family, it's not just a single. So I think it's something we should discuss or talk about.
So these figures here,
Yeah.
this is the city's cost.
The total is the city's cost. Here you pay this times the 700, and then this was the family, so we paid last year 20,000
Yeah, that's
for
the
the year.
city's cost.
Yes,
So how's that calculated?
you can pay it. Well, we have to pay for all the other stuff, right?
Oh, I didn't know that. I just knew.
We pay the whole bit. We pay the singles 12 months,
Yeah.
and we pay the families 12 months.
But he has
Oh, I didn't know
We
that.
don't have the same thing now. But we have to pay this then, because this is free. We don't charge them anything, and we pay the family here. We take those two amounts and subtract it, and you take it times 12, so you get and you can't, you have to divide it, you take it times 12 first, because we have 26 pay periods, we don't have 24. So that gave us, this is what 5509, and you times that, and that's what they pay per pay period right now, or work.
This is the employee's cost.
The family employee. And that's got the same one.
What is this $455.09 times 15? That's when you came up with $68.20
Yeah,
per
you have to take the family, which is 1643, up in the top there.
Okay,
And then you take the single, because they get that taken off.
right.
And then you had 98603. Times that times your 12 months, because that's how much we paid. Then you divide it by 26 pay periods.
Yep.
And that's how you get the 455.
Okay.
So now that's what is left to pay per month. But we only ask them to pay 15% of that.
So this 455 is the city's cost.
That's right.
What the city pays.
That would be, well, this whole thing here is the city's.
Right.
But this is what, if we didn't pay anything, or they have to come up with that
Got it.
per pay period. But we only make them pay, like this last year, was 15%.
Yep.
And that's per pay period. So for this year, instead of 20-something, we're paying, because it's gone up that much.
Yeah.
So. And we've got 4 on family and 3 on the single.
One of them has the family.
Yeah, so our cost is 20,508 this year.
Right.
Our new cost is 32,000.
Right. Yep. So, and if they had to pay theirs this year, starting in January, it'd be 500 something a time. But we don't make them do that, we take that times a percentage. Unless you've got another thought how you want to do it, but I'm just going by what's been done.
Carol, do I understand the family gets the single
Rate off.
pay
Yes.
plus all but 15% of the family rate?
Right.
I was making sure I understood it right.
Yep, nope, you got it. Well, consider going up, I guess it's a group decision. Since you pay.
Okay, Okay, so if we left it at the 15%,
That's last year. So
that's last year's, and so then it would increase
yeah, $80
to
to
$80.
$80. That's per pay period.
Per pay, yeah, that's how you have, that's how you have it there.
Yeah.
So if we left it at the 15% that they paid, it would increase to $80 per pay period.
Right,
That's like $20 more.
right. It's not a whole big jump. And if we go to 20%, it would be a little bit more. It would be, what, 40 something?
20 some dollars more.
Yeah.
26 would be like $26 more per pay period.
Right. And I think when I figured, or maybe you guys have them too, we're going up like about 400 a month, I figured, for the whole package. And I kind of looked at what the county, they had a write-up about it too, but they're self-insured, so
Yeah,
I don't know. To me, it's a whole different story.
yeah, that's hard to compare
It
that.
is. So to me, I can't really compare those apples and oranges.
So are we in a pool like with?
We are.
We are.
We are in the pool, yeah.
Okay.
So this is just a matter of deciding whether we're gonna take
What we want to take out of their paycheck.
more out of the paycheck.
Right. We want to take out.
Starting,
I feel we'll go to the 8 or the 15, just like we have been, but whether we want to go any higher on that.
yeah, so 15%, if we leave it the way it is,
Right.
that's the 15% deduction out of their paycheck, that's still an increase to them.
It is, but they're also getting how many people insured. I mean, you're
The
adding.
same amount of people
Well,
that they
yeah.
had at $68
Well, unless they had babies.
compared to 80.
Yeah, but it's not a big jump when you go from
Which is
68 to,
68.
that's $12.
About what it makes any difference on how many.
No, but you're insuring that many more people, is what I'm saying. If you were just a single person, you have, yeah, but if I put mine, and I got 3 kids, or 2 kids, or whatever, the insurance company is covering more people. So I don't feel that's completely out of line to ask them for some more extra money. Because it's still a cheap deal.
Well, I get that, but the insurance company, if you get a family plan, it doesn't matter if you have 1 kid or 6 kids,
That's right.
it's still the same.
Yes, you're right.
Still the same. So
Well, it isn't because you went up. You went from 770 to 1,900.
that's only because there was an increase from last year to this year. That doesn't mean that
I know,
these
but
families
it's
have more
still-
kids.
No, but it's still.
I get that. I get that, but you're saying
Are you sure?
the only reason it increased is because we had claims last year.
Yes, that's what made it go up.
And if we don't have claims this next year,
We can hope it go
it
down.
possibly could go down.
Right. And then we can adjust it again.
We went down 30%.
Last year, 30 something. Yep,
Right.
this year we went up like
Didn't
17.
we?
Right.
This year we went up like 17 something.
I wonder how many
So,
cities we have in our pool.
I have no clue. Kent would maybe know, I would guess. So,
Just curious.
no, I agree.
a lot, enough to make it
Worthwhile.
worthwhile.
For only
So-
7 employees.
Yeah, so they are gonna get quite a sizable increase from $68. If we're leaving at 15%,
$12, $24 a month. Yeah.
Every 2 weeks or whatever.
Yeah,
Right.
$24.
or if we increase it to the 20% deduction out of their,
Like you said,
Yeah, that would be
a
a
lot of
little
people are
bit
paying for single,
yeah,
$60-some a week.
yeah.
Yeah, but Kelly, you're in town, you don't have to drive out of town and all that stuff. Don't give me that crap. That's baloney. Yeah. You bring it up. No, we're discussing this as a council, okay?
So why you jumping down my throat,
Well,
man?
you're just keep telling us, you keep going, well, how come people don't come here and work?
I mean,
Well, there's other reasons they don't come here to
we
work.
can't have Kelly's opinion, or?
Yeah, we can have Kelly's
Let's have
opinion,
Kelly's opinion.
but I'm saying,
I'd like
I'm
to
telling
hear
them
it.
how much other people pay for insurance and that. you know, you,
I know, it gets brought up every time we do insurance, that someone pays $500 a month and this person pays $600 a month. When I started, I was paying, this is what I was paying, 15% for family insurance.
Ever since you started, it
Ever
was
since I
15?
started, it was 15%.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's
It's
been
never-
like 10 years
the
ago?
deduction
It's
has
been
never
10
changed.
years, and it has not changed.
Wow.
Yeah, the deduction has never changed.
Huh. No, that surprises me. I didn't realize that.
No.
Because I thought probably they would change every so often.
The only thing that's changed is our deductible has gone up.
Oh,
That's-
yes.
that we did change.
We did change that. 2,000, 4,000.
You guys want more time to think about this, or?
I'm gonna make the motion that we leave it the same at 15%. That's my motion.
I would agree with that, I'll second that.
Okay, we've had a motion from Lex and a second by Steve to retain the current 15% employee contribution for the health insurance for 2023. Do we have any further discussion to?
I think it needs to go up to 15 or 20. Because, you know, that's pretty darn cheap insurance, I think, for family insurance.
Right.
I know.
But
it is a benefit, though. It is a benefit, but still, you gotta, there's certain costs. The city's gotta be cost effective.
And it does
For 10
attract,
years, they haven't done it. 10 years. That's surprising. If there were.
What did you say?
For 10 years, it hasn't been addressed, so this is first time we're bringing it forward, so it's fair to say that yes, you agree it should be up, and some think it's not, and obviously Kelly's opinion would probably, and stuff, these guys would say no, please.
Oh, I'm sure.
Is it?
Yeah, they're employees.
Right, which is-
Well,
which
they're
is
not
expected.
insurance,
It's a big item. I mean, this is huge.
It's a big chunk for paycheck.
It is a very good benefit.
It is a good
Taxpayers, so we have to be responsible to.
Kelly, was that, when you started here, was that a factor
It was a factor.
in making you accept the position?
Well, I'm sure, and your wife is a nurse in Cherokee, so if she had a better insurance, you'd go there. And I'm sure it isn't. You can't match it.
Yeah, I think they're appreciative of it.
Uh-huh.
To your point, I think they do appreciate it, Jay, but, why don't, if at this point we have the motion and the second to table it, and we can see how.
I didn't hear who made the motion. I made the motion to retain it.
To retain it, and we have, if it goes for another year, then that, when we revisit our rates, then we can maybe have this discussion again. That sounds suitable, I guess it's up to you to vote. If we're calling for a vote, everybody's done introducing their comment, we will call for a vote. All in favor of retaining the existing 15% employee family health insurance contribution for 2023, say aye.
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 And
I'm
those
gonna say
opposed,
nay.
say nay. Yeah, and Jay.
I like you guys, but
I'm not
Three
upset.
to two.
yeah.
I'm gonna speak my opinion.
No, you should.
And that's all.
That's all we
You
can
know
do.
what opinions are like.
That's right, we all have it.
I'll make this work.
Oh, that's why I wrote it out, so we can go through it.
Okay, item 29, discuss dates and times for regular meetings for 2023. This, I did not find an updated ordinance. I'm not saying one doesn't exist, but I did not find it prior to our meeting tonight. The current one says still 7:30 PM.
Oh, that's right, I seen that in the
I did
ordinance.
too.
And I don't know if it's been updated since, because, yeah.
I think I brought that up last time.
there was a resolution, but I don't know, if we did make a resolution, but
I remember we did.
Yeah, it's the same.
So we just need to
so
find
it's
that.
somewhere, we find
I
out.
figured it must exist,
Yeah.
but, so as long as then we don't have to change the whole ordinance, then we are just staying with the status quo. So that's all we needed to have a discussion of, and then to say that that's what you want to continue, or if you want to go back to 7:30, do you want to make it 4:30 in the morning? Is that because of snow?
And then you can just run in here quick and,
Yeah, we did make a resolution at one time, I don't know where it would be recorded at, though. I couldn't tell you
It
that.
had to be before I was
I'm
on.
pretty sure
I never did
Yeah, I was before I was
it.
on.
I know it was when
It
Stan
was right
was,
around,
when Justin was
I thought it was
there.
right before I started. that you had changed it.
It was, yes, because it was in January and you got appointed
Yeah.
on the council just shortly after that because there wasn't,
I was on January.
Were you on?
Yep. Because when the vote came through, I was a write-in, and the other
Oh,
two write-ins would
No,
make it.
no,
Yes.
yours was appointed, you were appointed.
I was
position.
appointed, but I was a write-in. That's why Dave was a write-in, and
Yeah,
so
you
was
were.
Craig Kruger,
You were.
and so was
Was
I.
it?
I remember that, I was
Yes,
on
and so
Okay,
Dave
the
was,
election that year.
Dave declined, Craig Kruger declined, and so I asked Sandy, I said, surely there is somebody in this town. She said,
I
I
thought,
called.
okay.
She said, no, there is nobody that will take it.
So were you on when we approved that?
I thought it was on before that, before we started. But I
It
can't
was
remember.
after I left first.
Was it right after you left?
Yeah, because
And
we
you
were at
was the one that was
7:30.
at 7:30.
It was when Justin was mayor,
It was, I was off 2 years.
so that
When did I
was,
start my last term?
how many years ago was that?
Is that second?
5 years ago.
Second year.
I
So
don't
we have to go back 5 years in the minutes to find
Go
that.
back.
That's
Go
still
to
what I worked
resolution
for
vote.
having that, you guys.
Don't we have
worked in the
resolution
30s.
votes?
That's 5 years
Sure, I
ago.
see we can find it.
Go look for it.
Yeah, so
5
we
years
went back
ago?
So
5
as long as
years.
we're established, we just need
18,
to stay with it if we
17
want
maybe.
to, or if we want to change it, it would have to be a resolution to change again, but
I think we want to leave it at fourth, or
on Mondays, first and third Mondays at 5:30.
Sounds good.
Here. 5:30.
yeah, right.
Yes.
I'll do mine from home on Zoom.
Does anyone want to make a motion to set that?
I will make the motion that we set the city council meeting for 5:30 PM on the first and third Mondays of the month.
Thank you, Nancy.
Second.
Second by Carol.
And we'll look at that
Set
resolution.
the existing, we should need a resolution if you already have one. You can't pick a term.
Yep.
So any other discussion on that? Any other votes for time or date? When it's all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, say nay. No nays, ayes, remain at this time and date, minus the holiday, of course. Okay, reports. Other stuff here. Let's see. Yep. Okay, so the committees, I did put a sheet out in front of you for that. As you'll see highlighted, in this case, there was a lot of history previously being worked on in some cases, and some things that hadn't been finished yet that I feel like historically would benefit by having the same people involved. And that is public safety and nuisance. For the nuisance side, it was the dog ordinance and things like that, and all of that we still have to deal with. And so there's that, we need to establish that, kind of get that going now. We have the full staff in the office here. And then public safety for Gene and Carol, they have been to countless meetings on top of these to help support our very important departments, and there's a lot going on there, so I think it makes sense to keep them there. Employee, we're switching around. Then if you were previously the first person listed, I switched you to the second and put someone in as the chairperson. And that's just, I figured it's partly what should be done for shuffling. So employee, we will have Jay and Carol. Parks Properties is Carol and Lexi. Finance and Economic Development is Steve and Jean. Utilities and Streets would be Jean and Jay. And Airport is Lexi and Jay. So the highlighted ones are new to that. The other person was on previously as the lead. So as you'll see, we kind of expanded a few things under, I guess, Parks and Properties is going to have a little bit more to do there. We're throwing in a little bit like the, dealing with the loud room, of course, but the fitness trail, but the library should sort of be taken into that. Swanson, some of those decisions related to this building. Some your downtown beautification potentially could be part of that.
Yes.
Ash boards, mowing, you're just kind of in that whole, make Paullina look pretty department. And Finance and Economic Development, we definitely need some more from that department. That committee has not had to do much since the last business park run, I think, so we want to try to find some things special for housing. We've got some lots we need to make some noise about and see what we can do to get some generation, and also just to support our existing big employers here and make sure that they are satisfied with what they have, what they need to develop or grow. And then streets, of course, we have a lot happening there. Our streets and utilities, And so you'll have to work closely with Kelly on that to see that we can get all of the projects going. Yeah, so that will also have some extra time and attention. And the airport needs 3 years to serve before you even hear about that building, but we should see about that and just see what we can do. Okay? And on the back, we just went through the ones we've already appointed officially, although Nathan is officially police chief. I used to didn't have that much when we did big set for shipping. I don't know, let's miss that one. Well, we will have you in for the next official meeting, but that should be like this. January 16th, but I don't think we doubt that you're.
I don't.
Are you gonna define that?
Sure, well, no. I was gonna say, I don't think that's one you need to.
I don't feel that.
I don't see that it was in last year's. I don't think we ever had to do it. He is what he is.
So 105, that needs to be clarified. Okay. And my mayor pro tem will be Steve going forward this year, calendar year. So not a calendar, not fiscal. Yeah. Lucky him. Yep. He's just,
We don't have Carol.
I know.
he wants me to go on vacation all the time. All right, is that, I know it was a lot, and that's the last one's a little light. Now we take care of a lot of business here. Some of it's just annual business, so that won't be back on for another year. Let's hear from our departments quickly if they.
Do you need a motion to accept the committees or no?
Yeah, maybe we do. Sure.
That's how we good.
I'll make a motion to accept the committee appointments.
I'll second.
Steve and Carol, I would second to accept the committee assignments for 2023. Do you have any other questions or concerns regarding your role? If somebody reached out earlier and some did not, but hopefully I'm relatively happy with your assignments. All in favor of accepting those, say aye. Aye. And opposed, say nay. All ayes, no nays, motion carries. Okay, thanks Steve for catching up. That's Carol. And now we can do with Scott, do you have anything specific to have right now? What are we going through?
Didn't make a list, we've basically been repairing plows and plowing snow and picking up snow and
Repeat?
repeat. And repeat.
Has Josh talked about, and I know you're busy, but going back to take that test again?
I'll talk to you more about it.
Is there a certain time? Yes,
You gotta call the DNR and they'll set up a time for you.
oh, okay, I didn't know if there was a time
But they're
that,
usually, they're a ways out there every time.
oh, are they? Okay, yeah. That way he can hopefully get it passed and get a raise. Okay?
Have you had any issues with people parking on the streets? Or during your plowing?
I mean, there has been a few, yeah.
Yeah, there's a car down here, it's always
On Main?
that PT Cruiser, yeah. Somebody might send them a letter.
You didn't pick it up already?
How about that semi too parked in front of there's a semi that's always parked with their trailer up over there by the Bell-Times. And it's right in front of the sign.
They just got it moved, so now I'm gonna drop the ticket on it.
Yeah.
Before I was gonna have a word with them because there wasn't a sign right where they had it, and I was gonna have a word with them when I got to it, there was snow in front of me. So
Yeah. The only reason we did that was because they destroyed the parking, because it's thick concrete.
Throwing the cement and did what?
They ruined the concrete within the parking those trucks on there.
Yeah.
It isn't a thick piece of concrete there. When they poured the street,
So I found out, do what he needs to do on that, and you guys work together to make sure you get a clear space. Don't take out too many years.
Yeah.
Okay, ambulance is not here unless Ryan, you have anything to speak for on their behalf or?
No.
Okay. I forgot to let Nate first. I keep skipping over Nate. Do you have anything to report?
figure out a time that, we currently just got one applicant. We used to have more attachments to that application form that apparently got lost somewhere along the way because there's more information.
Sure.
And the one other thing, when I started working on my budget, I kind of, I don't know what your thoughts are, but the last few years, we've had to have them in by January 1st to start hashing them out.
Well, when you
And
consider.
the other departments, if you haven't started, they're.
Right.
You're right, it is coming up.
Yeah, we gotta get moving.
All right. You're surviving being solo for now?
You let me know then, or whatever.
Yeah, it will be. Jay, thanks, then.
Yep, and Jay.
Okay.
So, and are you usually home still late?
Yeah, during
Okay.
winter, we're home earlier.
Oh, you are, okay, so. I'll get a hold of you when Nate gets hold of me. We can set it up.
And he did call today too, kind of wondering when there would be, or if there would be interview, just
Do we have
wanted
to,
some information.
do we have to do a physical fitness test before we interview or pleading?
That'd be kind of, no, we wouldn't. I mean, there's a few things that kind of need to go in order, but not,
Okay.
I mean, interview.
Interview,
Other stuff,
okay.
not necessarily.
Okay. All right, Ryan, you have Mr. Fire.
Yeah. Last month was pretty busy for us, and that year was pretty busy for us. Our first meeting in February, I will have a full year-end report for everybody to review. So yeah, we've had some extraordinary fires this year that we typically don't have. So there's been many other people that have helped us, and I'd like to thank them for all their help. So, because yeah, we ran 45 calls this year.
Wow.
So that's pretty much double what we typically run. So, and yeah, we've had some extraordinary fires with those, so. Yeah,
Helps to have that new truck, huh?
not when you have to evacuate the whole rest of the town.
No, there, I know.
So,
I'm just glad nothing else happened.
Yeah.
And we were very blessed there.
so yeah, the only other thing I had here reviewing past city council minutes, the 19th of December, I see Tom Council's here. I'm kind of confused why there's any questions about that subject anyways, because before that truck was ever purchased,
They had contracts.
we had sat down with each township in that fire station, and they all signed a contract to exact dollars and cents of what they were maybe put towards that, and Tom himself signed that.
Yep.
Wasn't his issue, wasn't it more the process of making that payment that was his question?
Well, and there again,
He never called you, did he?
I spoke, so last January at our, also, it didn't, I mean, that was part of the specification on the contract that it had to be paid by this date and this amount. So, I mean, there was no gray area of what had to be done. So, I don't know where the communication got crossed and all of this, but they were the first township to be paid because they were behind on township dues, and they wanted to get caught up, and while she was writing checks, she wanted to make the payment for the fire truck. So, I mean, all that was taken care of last spring.
And I think he said that he kept calling the city and nobody would tell him anything. So.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but
We haven't heard back from council.
maybe there's communication between the township trustees themselves.
I have no idea.
But yeah, I don't know.
When do you have that meeting?
January 12th. So yes, and this year we have to renegotiate our contracts
Okay.
because technically they're up in July and they just auto-renewed for the year. But they can only do that 1 year, so we'll renegotiate with them.
So that, if you renegotiate with them, so that won't start until 24?
We'll sign in July.
In July.
It'll start in July.
July of this year. Okay.
So, but yeah, that's all, yeah. I mean, as far as the city stands on that payment concern, that was all black and white. This is the time frame, and I mean, I have to hand it to Baker Township. They're the only ones that actually paid on time. Every other township, we had to chase after them, so.
Who's all in Baker Township? Do you know offhand?
Tom Coombs, Greg Hain,
No, that's right.
I have them all listed.
And Ray Kane's been all a long time.
Yeah, Greg Hain's been, Randy Porter and Barry Newhouse. So,
Okay. And the only new one then was Tom, right?
yeah, and that kind of the hard part, Tom was appointed clerk new last year, so he kind of got thrown to the wolves. And he wasn't even, didn't even understand how some of the township stuff works, so,
And he did say that.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and like I said, that was all taken care of before the truck was even ordered. We had to have the contract secured, so,
yeah, I think they were signed already with Brent, weren't they?
yeah. So, yeah, when Brent was fire chief, they were already signed.
That's what I thought. And it was a
So,
two-year
yeah,
contract.
I'm just confused how, yeah.
Well. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only thing I have. And I have my budget started.
Anything in library, obviously, we took action today.
Nothing until now we can tell them that this has been approved for them to, or whoever they want to look at for director.
We just figured we have an employee interview for a potential employee interview for the police role. And public safety's been covered. I don't think we have anything happening, finance, I got a governor airport yet. I have some things I gave you. Back, this came from this Amanda, this one, what's the same. This is a new issue, if you haven't seen it, it's just a good summary of me looking out for the new year. And there are, I have the Bryan County Joint 911 and EMS Commission meetings are Thursday this week. And there is a notice of the MRS board meeting on January 12th. If anyone wants to participate in that, and we'll post that up there as well, the agenda and the meeting notice. And is that all? Let me check this, that was for you. Okay. I think that covers it all. Oh, and next week, to work with them. Process going to something which you'd already approved.
Right.
He said that going forward, we may be, seeing some foreseeable problems are encountered. Engagement should be complete by March 15th. So that gives you time to vote here before it comes in.
And when's he coming, Wednesday, you said, Justin?
Wednesday, 11th and 12th.
Okay, 2 days.
And so we did approve the fees for that of $7,200 at that time, back when we approved that. We said it may need to adjust it based on what they see when they get here and what they have to dig into and how much time it takes. If it takes them a lot of extra time or trips or something, then he will let us know. But he will be upfront as well to make sure that we knew that. Okay. And I think that covers it, unless somebody has something. It could be.
There's a foreman and superintendent, 3-day deal in Ankeny. If you guys want me to go, I can. If not, it's a lot of it's going to be like the new NESC regulations and whatnot.
Do you think you'd be professional?
When
Have
is
you
it?
ever gone to one?
I've never been to a superintendent foreman meeting.
And that's on February?
February 1st, typically, I think.
Probably, if you've
I
never
think you
gone,
probably
I
need to
think-
go,
I
yeah.
think you should probably go.
If you've never been to one?
Yeah, if you'd like to go. Yeah. Unless it's blowing snow.
Yeah.
Right.
As long as it's snowing, you guys can have the fun.
You better hope you get out of here before it snows. Maybe we'll be done in February. No, I think you should go. Yep. You've never been to
You
one.
want to go?
Yep, I agree. Yep.
Do we have to
You
put
learn
that
a lot
on
of
the
things.
agenda to motion, to make, or is it okay?
so much budgeted for
Okay.
stuff like that. Why you guys?
And on the 16th, we can tell specifics of that.
Well, we can still adjourn, yeah, we can make the motion.
And then the other thing, I guess, is that the Northwest Iowa Planning and Development Corporation Commission will also probably be coming to our meeting on the 16th to tell us, Darren and Ted, to tell us all the things that they can do regarding the codification and zoning ordinances, updating the employee handbook, which was processed previously and still needs to be fixed because it's still got some duplication and concerning issues, but nuisance abatement, all kinds of things that they can handle for us, and so they can just present all the options, and that way you know what they're.
And they're coming, or is it a Zoom?
They will come, and then our Zoom meeting will be our training for our chapter 21, 22
When is
training.
that?
At the next meeting at 6:30 p.m., so after our full training time in an hour, and about at 6:30.
Okay. So
So
it's a Zoom meeting.
That's the next week, next meeting, yeah, 16 at 6:30.
Okay, and then we want to set up dates for
That we Zoom.
firmware?
That, yeah, he's going to.
Yeah, you and Carol on that, yeah.
Oh, okay, you do. Okay, and we don't have to give her dates first,
So we're on council comments.
what will work for her, and work for us, and then give it to her?
Right.
Okay.
So we'll do that Zoom meeting as a group, I'm
Yep.
guessing, okay.
Like on the projector or what?
60, or after that, we don't have to.
Didn't we always have a big screen right here?
They bring them in,
Oh,
don't they?
We might.
Well, you brought your own in.
Yeah,
okay. Maybe that's what I was
I have a
thinking.
projector if you would like to go on.
Okay.
Do that Zoom.
That might be nice.
Do a little technical practice before the 16th. Good. Okay, now.
Okay, so when I first started for the city council, the agenda I liked way better, no offense, than what we have right now. It's a little, I don't know. So I brought some for you to go.
Well, he's got them.
Oh, he does them?
All the minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, but Lisa can show them what she's talking
Yeah,
about.
I just liked when you have like the line item and she told us a little bit of a detail. And it just gave us a little bit of a heads up and everything else.
Yeah.
Just for
That's not legally ideal practice on agendas.
Oh, you can't really do that?
Supposed to.
Oh.
Which is why we stopped doing it, but I get that you need that information, so we're trying to figure out a way to get you some of that consistently throughout the
Right.
weeks, the prior meetings.
Cause it's hard to like prepare like when we're like, oh, what's this, and then.
Yeah, no, I like it too, but I
So,
understand what
I get
she's
it, I get it,
saying
okay,
also.
did not know that it was
Kind of
not
like
really,
meeting,
right.
That's illegal. I think you can explain kind of what the top, and in fact, I think the law, the Open Records, Chapter 21, says that you should apprise people reasonably of what's going to be discussed.
That's
I have the notes that Sadie gave me
Actual
filled that without allowing you guys to do too much discussing outside of the meeting.
Oh, sure.
So anyway, we'll look into that, and maybe that's what we can have, that the city's person analyze us and make sure that
Right.
what is and isn't ideal, but needs to go something like that.
Right.
Along the lines of the agenda, may I ask one more question, please?
Are you in council comment section right now? Sure.
I noticed that the agenda was only posted here on the bulletin board for this meeting. Is that the new plan, or will it be
No,
back?
it was at the post office.
Somebody took it down?
Yep, when I walked over to the post office this afternoon, it was gone. I put it up yesterday morning. I hung one here, and then I emailed you a copy.
Yeah, you emailed me. I hung it up in my window, but,
Okay, yeah. But no, there was one at the post office, and when I went over there this morning to mail some letters, it was gone. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We can maybe add it to the Casey's bulletin board or some other option. What, I said we need to add it to the Casey's bulletin board or somewhere else to make sure it doesn't get taken down, or?
but this has never happened before, has it?
No.
I was gonna say, I've never seen it.
It looked like someone cleaned it off, because there was a lot of, there's a lot of open spaces on
Maybe
that
somebody
bulletin
didn't
board.
look at the date or
They
something.
are supposed to only have community stuff, not everybody's for sale stuff now.
You're right.
Yeah, and I didn't see anything for sale on there, but it was cleared. I mean, you could tell that it had been cleaned up. A lot of empty spots on it.
So, yeah, that's not too bad. But no, that's still the norm. There should be both locations, should be It was on Facebook this time, and it's, yeah, they modified it to another version because we had an extra day or two, but that's the only thing I checked. Okay, anybody else, comments? Unless we have a call to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn at 7:08, whatever time.
Motion by James, second by Betsy to adjourn. Any discussion that needs to be had today's business? Call for a vote. All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay. Meeting adjourned at 7:08. Okay. Considering we have this many items, it's pretty good. Big stack of-
You got a copy of those? So I can-
Yeah.